Fergie, to me, she is more dangerous than anybody.
Many people in this world are lost. It's excruciating to live with past mistakes. It is so difficult. I always would like to change so many things in my past, but I can't. I've got to move forward, and it's very difficult.
From the world's gaze, Meghan Markle painted a flawless story. The naive outsider, the wronged woman chasing love, a lone soul trapped by the merciless grip of royalty.
Harry, being a simple soul, has easily changed to suit Meghan's agenda.
But the second Sarah Ferguson broke her silence, that carefully crafted fairy tale began to crumble, revealing itself as less a true story and more an elaborate, high-stakes PR illusion.
And that ridiculous story about how they first met, the whole thing was a tissue of inaccuracy, to be polite.
Because Fergie hadn't been a distant observer, she had seen Meghan up close, before the wedding, before the royal titles, before the world ever pointed a camera at her.
Sarah Ferguson is as cunning and as deviant and as skanky as Rachel Meghan Markle. She just was lucky that when she was doing all her skankiness, the internet was not her.
And insiders claim what Fergie witnessed wasn't a timid newcomer awed by royalty, but a strategic player, someone who stepped into the royal circle as if she had already claimed it for herself.
She brought Jeffrey Epstein into that idiot formerly known as Prince Andrew into the royal family.
And then came the brutal twist Meghan never anticipated. Fergie wasn't a silent, harmless spectator ready to cheer her ascent. No, Sarah Ferguson held proof. Not whispers, not speculation, but actual moments, actual exchanges, clear warning signs everyone overlooked because Meghan was the shining star of the royal drama.
Meghan Markle was known as a hardcore yacht-partying person, ready for anything.
While Meghan meticulously crafted a persona of grace, strength, and suffering, Fergie is now hinting at a far darker tale. One where Meghan wasn't forced out. She entered like a queen before earning the crown, torched every bridge in her path, and expected the world to cheer. If even a fraction of Fergie's revelations see the light of day, Meghan's princess chapter won't just close, it will implode, faster than her Netflix fame can recover. And that's just the opening act. The truth? It's far more shocking, far more devastating than anyone could imagine.
Her man serves her no purpose. Does that sound familiar? Fergie saying, oh, you know what? I'm done. Why? Because now she no longer has the use of it.
Long before Meghan Markle met Prince Harry, long before she cast herself as the misunderstood outsider, she was already moving through elite circles like a seasoned royal in training. And Sarah Ferguson was watching every move. Not because Meghan was a celebrity, but because she made sure the right eyes noticed her, those who could open doors money alone could never touch. While the public still pictured her as a struggling Suits actress, Fergie allegedly saw her seamlessly mingling with billionaires, political insiders, and high society power players, as if she'd been born for that world. Names like Marcus Anderson weren't just casual contacts, they were keys. Masloho House wasn't a casual gathering spot. It was a strategic arena where Meghan learned exactly which connections could catapult her into the life she was destined to claim.
She is like a parasite, always lurking in their shadow. No normal family has a constant third wheel, male or female, leeching onto their every move. Marcus is practically glued to them.
Then came the private jet trip to Jamaica, not for duty, not for charity, but for opportunity. Meghan attended a high society destination wedding teeming with old money heirs, aristocrats, and global socialites. Fergie didn't see a timid girl overwhelmed by opulence. She saw a woman with razor-sharp focus, maneuvering her way into the very world Meghan now claims she stumbled into. The kicker? Harry wasn't even on her radar, not seriously. Meghan wasn't chasing a prince, she was chasing power itself. And Fergie noticed it all from the very first moment.
I brought Meghan Markle, whatever her name is, to my Deal or No Deal celebrity golf tournament.
But in the end, nothing beats the truth, the real facts.
She was one of my Deal or No Deal girls that were, she was a caddy.
But there's an even more shocking detail, something Meghan said in those early days that Fergie never forgot. And that's when the story starts to unravel. When Meghan officially stepped into the royal orbit, the York family, especially Princess Beatrice, Princess Eugenie, and Sarah Ferguson, were among the first to greet her with genuine kindness. They understood what it meant to be scrutinized by the press, dissected by headlines, and judged before even being seen. Instead of keeping her at arm's length, They welcomed her. Fergie reportedly treated Meghan as someone worthy of guidance, not rivalry, offering advice, insider knowledge, and the kind of empathy Meghan later claimed she was denied by the monarchy itself.
She arrived in London, full career, single girl, wasn't interested. Of course, she'd been coming to London since 2013, hunting for a man to marry. She wanted an Englishman. She was on a man.
For a while, everything seemed smooth. Tea invitations, family dinners, casual chats. The Yorks felt no threat. They genuinely supported her. But everything changed once Meghan and Harry's relationship deepened. The once grateful newcomer allegedly began behaving as if she already outranked everyone around her. Beatrice and Eugenie, lifelong royals, suddenly found themselves reduced to mere extras in Meghan's personal spotlight. Fergie sighed immediately. Meghan's warmth vanished, replaced by a cold, calculated distance. It wasn't the weight of royal pressure, it was the distance she put between herself and anyone she no longer needed. She didn't climb, she stepped over.
And there are many things that are good, but good news doesn't sell papers, and bad Fergie sell.
What wounded Fergie wasn't just Meghan's arrogance, it was how quickly it took hold. The woman they had welcomed and supported turned the tables so fast that the Yorks were left stunned and speechless. And the humiliation didn't stop there. The day came when Meghan didn't merely cool the connection, she severed it with surgical precision. The explosion didn't happen with a public fight, a heated confrontation, or a tabloid splash. It came in the form of silence. Insiders say the collapse between Meghan and Fergie was almost shockingly simple. Fergie reached out, and Meghan never responded. No explanation, no acknowledgement, not even a polite excuse. One day, they were supposedly close. The next, Meghan acted as if Fergie had vanished from her world entirely.
The more you know Sarah Ferguson, the more you realise actually what a villain she is. She was actually in touch with Epstein for years afterwards, staying in his flat.
And this wasn't some casual text lost in the whirlwind of wedding chaos. This was a sincere outreach, Fergie trying to check in, offer support, share guidance. Meghan ignored it completely. To Fergie, it wasn't a scheduling mishap. It was a deliberate signal. Meghan had already decided who mattered in the royal sphere, and the Yorks no longer made the cut. That single unanswered call marked the turning point. It wasn't mere disrespect, it was outright dismissal, confirming what Fergie had begun to sense. Meghan didn't nurture bonds, she swapped them out when something more advantageous appeared. And the sting wasn't just in being ghosted. It was realizing that all the warmth and generosity the Yorks had extended had been treated as expendable, a temporary tool. Family loyalty meant nothing if it didn't serve Meghan's carefully constructed story.
It really is. It's because you just cringe. You just think it's not me.
Saw Meghan stripped of charm, of PR polish, of the misunderstood outsider mask. She saw cold, calculated strategy. And once that truth hit, Fergie also realized what Meghan truly feared, her past being exposed. That's when the power shifted. Fergie held all the cards. If Meghan believed ignoring Fergie would keep her history buried, she had seriously misjudged the game. Because among everyone who crossed Meghan's path before the royal wedding, Fergie is one of the rare few who knows the real web behind her ascent, the exclusive parties, the private jets, the social movers who polished her image long before Hollywood called her a star. And if Fergie ever chooses to speak, it won't be about gowns or tiaras. It will be about the hidden chapters Meghan fought hardest to erase.
Now it's payback time. Meghan and Fergie are both exactly the same. People say, oh, Fergie never talked bad about the royal family, because Fergie was literally blackmailing the royal family, because Fergie has been part of the shady deals that Andrew has done and some of King.
The carefully polished, innocent outsider narrative would crumble the second the world learned how deliberately she embedded herself among power brokers, tech billionaires, and titled aristocrats, long before Harry even entered the picture. Then there's the rumor Fergie has privately scoffed at for years. Meghan wasn't initially captivated by Harry. She was captivated by royalty itself. Power first, prince second. Fergie reportedly knows exactly which royal caught Meghan's eye before Harry, and it's not a name the PR team would ever want aired. Layer onto that the whispers about why Harry's longtime friend Tom Inskip was allegedly barred from the wedding, a story Fergie supposedly knows in excruciating detail, one the palace prays stays buried forever. And none of this is tabloid speculation. Fergie discovered it all through direct access, real conversations, and first-hand observation. Meghan can try to spin headlines, but she cannot outmaneuver someone who is there from the start.
My mistakes have been put on the public stage. Other people's mistakes.
And the most explosive truth? Fergie hasn't spoken yet. Not because she can't, but because she's choosing the moment, and that timing is Meghan's worst nightmare. While Meghan has been living under the illusion that she remains the centerpiece of the royal saga, behind the palace walls, a ruthless strategy has quietly taken shape. And Fergie fits seamlessly into that plan far more than Meghan does. Behind closed doors, the mantra has shifted. Protect only what serves the crown, discard what doesn't. Right now, Fergie has become an asset, while Meghan has become expendable. Buckingham Palace isn't rushing to silence Fergie, issuing statements, or defending Meghan's image. They don't need to. Meghan no longer holds value for the institution, which makes her the easiest casualty if the story ever spirals out of control.
I do hope the authorities will actually pursue some of these investigations. They will bring charges, and I think if they do so, there's a very good chance that both he and Sarah Ferguson may well go to prison.
Wow.
King Charles reportedly keeps a courteous distance, but he has no objection to keeping Fergie close if it means her potential revelations stay contained and don't become public ammunition. Prince William, meanwhile, isn't losing a moment of sleep. From his perspective, if Meghan's carefully built PR fortress crumbles, it's not a crisis, it's cleanup. The palace has weathered far worse storms, and history shows exactly how it handles those who outlive their usefulness: silence, distance, and calculated indifference. Whether Meghan realizes it or not, the warning is already clear. If there's collateral damage, she's the collateral. The one person she underestimated most has become the individual the palace is quietly allowing to speak. Because if shielding Meghan serves no purpose, exposing her suddenly does, and Meghan has no defense against a power shift this ruthless.
It's a great coup for the Mail on Sunday and the Sun to have found this email. I'm not quite sure how it emerged, but it's quite clear that this is only the tip of the iceberg, and there's...
If Meghan had mapped out her adversaries with precision, Sarah Ferguson would have been at the very bottom of that list. Unlike tabloids, royal commentators, or random online critics, Fergie doesn't have to speculate about who Meghan really is. She witnessed the transformation firsthand. And worse for Meghan, Fergie has already endured every kind of royal scandal imaginable. She's been publicly humiliated, shredded by the press, and thrown under the palace bus long before Meghan even felt the sting of a headline. That means Fergie fears nothing. Not backlash, not reputational damage, not being cast as the villain. She's already survived that storm. Nothing Meghan does can shock her or silence her. Meghan played the PR game like a chessboard, but she miscalculated Fergie's role. Fergie isn't a disposable supporting character. She's a woman who spent decades swallowing secrets to keep the peace. And now, nobody controls her, not the monarchy, not the media, and certainly not Meghan Markle. With no titles to defend and no palace pressure to obey, Fergie has complete freedom to speak her truth, whenever and however she chooses.
Fergie's going to do is just gonna blow his father, Camilla, Catherine, and William, because she blames Prince William and Princess Catherine for her misfortunes. She doesn't blame herself, or she doesn't take any accountability for the fact that it is her behavior that got her.
And unlike nameless sources or tabloid gossipers, Fergie doesn't have to prove a thing. She was there. Meghan can threaten, spin, deny, or cry foul all she wants. None of it phases someone who has already survived the monarchy's harshest headlines. And when a woman with evidence, memory, and zero fear hits her breaking point, destruction becomes effortless. The picture is now crystal clear. Meghan didn't just burn bridges. She set ablaze the one person with the power to reveal every fracture in her meticulously constructed image. Sarah Ferguson isn't stepping forward out of jealousy, bitterness, or desperation. She's doing it because she will no longer stay silent. For years, Meghan controlled the narrative, the outsider, the victim, the misunderstood duchess fighting the world. But that story only holds as long as the people who know the truth remain quiet. Fergie is no longer quiet. She's steady, strategic, and patient, 10 times more dangerous than a headline-chasing reporter or the viral rumor mill. The storm hasn't hit yet, but it's gathering force. Every day Fergie stays silent isn't safety for Meghan, it's a countdown. Whether through an interview, a book, a documentary, or an off-the-record leak, Meghan's PR shield cannot withstand someone who doesn't fear consequences. She ghosted the wrong woman, and now her past may be the one thing she can't outrun. To trace the origins of this saga, the first red flags, and the emotional and political chain reaction behind Meghan's downfall,